Okay, I'm here with Sheriff Ahern, and he's this is where the brainchild of Urban Shield started.
That's right.
A couple of questions, I guess. What were your thoughts about bringing something like this to the table?
Well, we wanted to make sure that the teams that would be called upon in any type of critical incident had some opportunity to work together, train together, and learn about the logistics, the planning, and the tactics that they're going to need to use in any critical incident. So I wanted to set up an event that was in an urban setting, which is different than the tactical training they were doing up in the mountains. And we've converted that to areas of concern for our communities where events have taken place at campuses, at school grounds, at courtrooms. And so I wanted to make sure that all those things were covered in a tactical event. So we have a lot of goals that we're trying to accomplish other than just tactics.
Bringing this into, have you ever been involved in a situation in your career where you've had such a mass deployment of different agencies that ever came together? Is this
Nothing of this big, nothing of this magnitude, but all of the events that we work on, if it was a search warrant with a high-risk subject, we use multiple agencies, and so they work together. Narcotics search warrants that take place, or when we use gang activity and we go make a mass arrest, we have to call upon each other to work together as a group.
So I noticed that there was a team from Boston here, and there's teams that are not actually from this general area. How do you see the value of that being brought to this event? It seems like it's a national event.
Well, they're going to bring different tactics, and our people that will watch them will examine their tactics and see if they're comparative to what we do. And another point of this exercise is that although these teams already have their tactics and their techniques in place, they'll build upon that. And they'll be quicker, they'll be smoother, they'll be quieter. They'll build confidence amongst themselves and be a good team building experience. And that is all very important because seconds and fragments of seconds make a big difference in what they do.
I noticed there was a medical checkpoint. And is that just to check their physical ability? What is the actual goal of the medical checkpoint?
Well, because we're testing these individuals on a consistent basis between 48 to 50 hours, we want to make sure that they're examined 3 times during the event to make sure that their vital signs, their health is able to make it through the entire exercise and to continue on. We've already, before the exercise started, we've already sent one person home that didn't make the medical exam.
Well, we're going to catch up with you as this event unfolds because I'm sure there's a lot of interesting information that's going to come from this.
Well, the other point at the medical checkpoint, we're going to do a fatigue study. And so what that will give is the tactical commanders and chiefs of police and the sheriffs, it'll give them a better idea of at what point during a long, drawn-out critical incident do people start losing their response times and their fatigue starts setting in to make a difference.
Typically, when a SWAT team is deployed here in the county, how long is a typical, I don't even call it a scenario, but in a situation, what is a typical amount of time that a SWAT team could possibly spend on?
SWAT teams have been called out for hostage negotiations, and we have to call in people to rotate the security of the perimeter, and so they go on for as long as the hostage is inside. So the longest one I know of was about 48 hours. It happened in Alameda County last year.
So this particular event is going to exceed anything that the department's actually been involved in?
Sure. Yeah.
Sheriff, how much better prepared do you feel your team is now compared to 3 or 4 years ago?
Well, I think we are always prepared, but I just think we can get better. And so the question of preparedness, I think we are prepared, and I think we were prepared 3 years ago, but I think we can always improve. And so I want our guys, like I said earlier, to get quicker, to get better, to be more accurate. If they have to take their weapons out and put it on a target, that they do that quickly and accurately.
Okay.
Good. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lock the doors.
You open it. It's pretty sweet.
This morning with a date
5 minutes into the flight, and you're like,
Can we get in here?
Can I sit in here? You
yeah,
cool with it?
probably.
Okay.
you want
to take a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Obviously, yes.
Oh, I like this. The right side, left side.
How do you move the seat back?
this is great. The guy's in the top.
Well, the whole issue is, you know what's interesting? In your mind, when you see these things, everything is like perfect, tight, everything's all really good, and it's a piece of equipment. It's used, and things move, and they get loose, and they tighten them up. Put some tape on it. Is everything identically the same on both sides of this?
Yes.
I wish I had a regular camera. I'm like, such a dork. I will. Forever read.
He called me, why can't I open the box? He called me, why can't I open the box?
Oh, you're not even filming. Oh, yeah. That's funny.
position, well off the rotors is. If there's like a cliff or some other obstacle, then we'll go to the 6, the 9, and ultimately the 12. Again, stay clear of the waters. If we have a fire, you want to stay up clear of the smoke.
Appreciate it, Sergeant.
Unless one of the pilots or myself see you, and then we'll wave you in, or generally escort you in. Please don't walk up behind us and tap us on the shoulder. It scares us. We'll enter from the 3 o'clock or the 9 o'clock position. If we do, never off the nose because the blade angles down. It's real low. We want to stay away from the tail as well. Seat belts are a 4-point system. Anyone want to be a volunteer? You want to buckle the lap belt first. And the buckle will always be on your right hand side. So if you've got one of these in your right hand, you need to switch out with the other. So I'm going to put right on the side there. Never in the bottom. It takes us forever to get them out. Put those, put the shoulder straps on. I'm trying to grab them, make sure they don't get twisted. Okay, you just want to adjust the shoulder straps up. The big ones here, pull down. So that's about where your navel is. There you go, and then cinch up the belt. And pull on the belt itself this way to cinch it up. To loosen, grab the black strap, and you can pull on one of these. One hand operation, either direction, and just push yourself out of the seat. If we have a hard landing or something, you're on board, you take directions from me unless I'm unconscious or something after it's over. Stay in the helicopter till everything stops moving. Okay? The exception is if we're on fire. Okay? We have fire extinguishers there. And the bulkhead by my seat and behind the co-pilot seat. They're for personnel protection only. Use them just to keep the flames away so someone can get out of their seatbelt. If we do, we'll exit, meet off the 3 o'clock. If there's a cliff or an obstacle or something, we'll go to the 6 o'clock, 9, and the 12. If it's upslope, you want to go the other direction so you don't walk into the blades. Emergency exits are these, and it's the same thing on this side. Black and yellow handle. Everything that's black and yellow is emergency stuff. So you'll pull that all the way to the side, the windows will fall out. You can climb out there, out the crew chief windows if you have to, and the pilot's doors. Strap here, pull down, pulls the seal out, and the window falls out. And if you can, when we get out, we do have a hard landing, we're not on fire. If someone's injured, we'll leave them in their seat until emergency personnel get there. If you can, and you're in a position, grab one of the emergency kits, 2 there and 1 there. And we have a 4-man survival kit in the back compartment there. Let's see. Oh, we have grab a crash axe here, in case you need to break a window or something. It's down in the boat. See by the cereal box there, the handle. It's just snapped in there with a little strap. Yeah, a little bit. Anyone sitting in the back that can operate that handle, right before we hit, you want to open those and pop the windows out. First thing the helicopter is going to do is turn upside down. You want to hold your breath as long as you can, because you want to wait till the helicopter stops moving and settles before you get out, unless you can't hold your breath anymore. Then, if anybody's a strong swimmer, I'm not, so that's pretty much it. Any questions?
How about a few
Are these seats right here going to be occupied? Sorry.
Yes, I'll be sitting here, and possibly a liaison will be sitting over there.
Okay. So it's a 9. Was it 9?
11.
11.
What about being able to shoot from while we're airborne? Through the windows?
Probably be through the windows. What we'll try to do, if we've got you on, is put you by these here or this seat. You can kind of shoot through the window if you have to there. If you want to climb in and see what kind of angles you can get, you let me know ahead of time. That way, if you're going to be on, I can put you there.
Are we required to lock the cameras down in case they fall out the window?
You need to secure them if you've got like a neck strap or something. If we've got the doors open, because loose stuff will fly out. Yep. 3 balls, right? In here.
Thanks, sir. In your flight, or whoever's at that specific LZ, based on your level of fatigue at that point, if you have to go shirt on shirt, like a room entry, we'll do it that way, just to make sure that nobody's any 90-degree turns in the tail rotor.
Get the message
We
about
didn't get
the
any
tags.
tags.
I'm not sure about the tags.
We'll go in, we'll give you a security brief, and we'll list the names
and what you guys are going to be doing, and then
Quick
we get
train
into
on-
fellow.
If you want to go ahead and approach the bird, you're open to do that now.
Captain.
Forward. So by the time it gets to the nose, the blade gets really low. You don't want to enter or come under the rotor disc unless myself or one of the pilots see you, so that I can let them know not to make any control inputs or anything. Bring the blades down. Them up. You want to sit upright. The seats are designed to stroke down. In the event of an accident, you can take up to about 9 Gs. So you don't want to put anything under the seats as well. If you got a bag or something, just kind of put it on the floor in front of you. One hand operation either direction. You just twist it and push right out. Emergency exits. Back here are these windows in either door. Grab the black and yellow handle, bring it to the other side, and the windows will fall out. These here are the crew chief doors. The windows are not emergency exits, but if you can get out there, then you can. Pilot doors. Window on the strap here. As if we're on fire. First door you're going to that is the crew chief. Get the fire extinguisher here and then the co-pilot seat. Personnel protection only. Keep the flames away from them.
These guys down to their car?
Yeah.
How you guys getting down to the range?
Presenting.
We're doing the filming the video for the scenario. And we're only filming 8 scenarios, and we selected you guys as one of the teams that we're going to be with on one of the scenarios. And I'm thinking,
Yeah, make sure it's not.
all right, cut. So I don't know if you haven't know if you've seen your list of scenarios yet or anything, but we're going to be with you on one of them.
Do you know which one? Repellent?
No, not, it won't be the
They're
repellent.
not going to let us know until, I guess, the meeting this afternoon after.
You have to do that. You're going to go through all the different scenarios. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff.
We have,
You guys
no,
are
we
gonna
have
be
no
tired,
clue.
but-
We're coming in this kind of blind, so
Okay.
we're
Everybody is though. They
we're
did
just
not.
ready for everything, you know?
Even yeah, that's good. All right, you're gonna show us that.
Absolutely.
So, but we're gonna have a 14 crew on, and we're gonna be filming this thing, and so you'll be aware. So will everybody else. And but like I said, I just want to. My name's Ken Carboni. Luke, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I've seen you guys your pictures, but nice to meet you in person. Nice to meet you in person. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll kind of do a quick brief after we've checked out the scenario before you actually get involved in it. But so we'd like to get a good documentary piece out of it. And you guys are one of the teams we selected.
Just like when cops came to Boston, we get editorial rights.
You're in California and there is none. So, anyways, I just wanted to let you know that and introduce myself. And we'll be seeing you, I believe, tomorrow on one of your scenarios. So.
Yeah, I think it's one tomorrow and one on Sunday.
Yeah, we're gonna probably get you on 2 different scenarios, but
Especially
primarily
when you're tired and sweaty.
Right.
yeah, we'll make sure you guys are really worn out at that point. All right, look good though. Make sure your hair's.
I wouldn't have put the song on that one.
Okay, man. All right, it's nice seeing you guys. All right.
How are you?
One of the teams we're going to film on a specific scenario.
I've heard.
And
I haven't heard
so-
any specifics, but just the.
Okay. So yeah, I was just kind of catching up to the teams we were going to actually be going after and introduce ourselves to them.
Is there going to be any kind of audio?
Yes. Well, nothing. It doesn't. None of that's going to make any difference.
Okay.
We already got that worked out with the sheriff on every account. So,
Good.
You got to do what you got to do. We're just going to be involved. Just that's how I want a really good scenario. I'm expecting nothing but this out of you guys.
Yeah. This is the HK MP5. It's been assigned to me for the last couple of years, and we've had a very close relationship. Shoots 28 rounds, either a semi-automatic or automatic mode. And we got the EOTech sight up on top. It's a point of aim, point of impact, extremely accurate, and it's an excellent weapon for what we do.
Remaining clear to the 7-yard line. Do not move forward. You'll have a total of 4 seconds to fire 2 rounds to your primary target, 2 rounds to your secondary target. Once again, shooters, remaining near the 7-yard line. Do not move forward. A total of 4 seconds to fire 2 rounds on your primary target, 2 rounds on your secondary target. Is the line ready? Shooters, the line is ready. Watch the target. For a total of 6 rounds. Once again, shooters, 6 seconds to move from the 7 to the 2-yard line. 2 to the body, 2 to the body, 1 to the head, 1 to the head. Is the line ready? Shooters, the line is ready. Watch your target. Stand by, shooters. Okay, shooters, step back up to the 2-yard line. Is the line clear? Shooters, the line is clear. I'm going to face the targets. Go ahead and score these targets. You got 2 points for each round inside the circle or touching the circle. 1 round for anything outside. 1 point for anything outside.
Right over there. Hi there. That would be him. Russell. Yes, sir.
How you doing? I want to introduce myself. Ken Carboni. We're on the video crew for the event.
Yes, sir.
And we've selected 8 scenarios that we're going to film. We're going to be documenting, and your team's going to be included. is one of those teams.
Okay.
Why shouldn't we? We'll see. Anyways, I just wanted to introduce myself. Our crew is going to be out there. I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly what scenario. You haven't been briefed to that point, but we will be documenting. We have a four camera team that's going to be dealing with the event. Don't want to interfere with your operations or anything like that. Everyone, everybody's aware and been briefed on the fact that we will be involved in some of these scenarios. If you feel that there's any reason that we need not to be filming you, I'd like to know, because we can put a guy in with you. I mean, we'll stay out of your way, but we'll be involved. I just wanted to share that with you before we even get any further.
There's nobody on this team that we have to worry about. Everybody can do it.
Okay, good. Okay. All right, so that'll be a good piece. Okay, we have one action photographer that'll be probably running right with you guys, and then the rest of them will be staged throughout the scenario. So we'll have a lot of good footage, and we'll share all that with you.
Great.
Like I said, I just wanted to introduce myself and
Thanks, guys. I'm Russ.
All right, Russ. Nice to meet you.
Peter.
Peter. Nice to meet you. Mike. Nice to meet you. Are you following us? We're gonna be, yeah. Well, I won't personally. One of my crew will be. We have not been able to walk. Sometimes guys show stuff Thank you. Team leader and one other needs to go into the force options room for a brief on night vision. Everybody else will go to here in a minute. Okay. And your team will be scenario. Okay. I can't share what scenario. But,
darn! Come on. How much money will it take?
But anyways, we're gonna be following you.
Great.
And we'll be documenting one of the scenarios with your team.
Great.
And so I just want to have an opportunity to introduce myself.
Sure.
And our whole film crew is not here.
Right.
We'll be using four camera teams for this scenario. So we'll get a lot of really good footage. And you guys will be a part of it. I just wanted to share that with you and see if there was any objections to us being kind of hanging out with you.
No, and actually the team that's competing is inside. The Coast Guard team that's competing. We're running support for them, but I'm the team leader for the team.
Well, if you can share that with them.
Absolutely will, yeah.
Lime green t-shirts.
Yeah, you can't miss it, huh?
Yeah, just clarification, we are not the targets in any way, shape, or form. So, but anyways, we'll be out there, and it's great to have you guys out here.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I'm sure the guys will be excited to hear that.
Okay, yeah, because out of all the teams, I mean, I think we have, about 7 teams, so yeah, so it'll be good. Yeah, good footage. All right, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And then if I backed it up here, this is your backup line over here, and just took them off. You okay with that?
I can handle that as a server. You two? No, they're going to walk through this way? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're walking through the middle.
This is the medical assessment station, and so all of the participants are getting their baseline vitals taken here, and that gives us information so that during the course of the event we're able to identify any potential risk factors regarding their health during the course of the event. And then what they're doing is they're waiting in line for a fatigue study. So they're collecting specific data on each participant, and they're going to be tested at 3 different venues in order to see how they tolerate sleep deprivation.
Can you walk us through some of the stations, I guess, where there's some participants?
We currently do not have any teams in the medical aid station, but you're welcome to go watch a fatigue study being conducted over there.
Okay, great. Thank
Okay,
you.
You're welcome.
Don't pay attention to us. We're not. All right.
Okay. 6 minutes. Go from there.
No pressure, Joe.
Next time it's going to be think about that when I shuffle my cards.
2 stacks is fine. 4 stacks is fine. You shouldn't need to cover the stacking time.
red, orange, blue, red, orange, blue, purple, blue. You right hand there. Okay. Every time this stimulus appears, you're going to depress the right button. Okay, and that's going to
make it harder.
Yeah, okay.
To make it more challenging.
Okay, fine, whatever. You don't hang. Let's see, how many hours sleep did you have last night? Again? You have any coffee today? How about cigarettes? Scale from 1 to 10, where 1 equals sleepy and 10 is wide awake. Green, yellow, blue, yellow.
Oh, okay. There you go. It's a Monday yet.
You're from
Contra Costa.
Don't tell those guys that. It's exciting about.
Oh, really?
This will be tighter.
That's a prior stomach grabs,
I got two of those on the way from where I'm living to where I'm going to be driving.
I'll discuss it with you, but at some point we'll be getting together and our team will be there, and we're basically going to bring a 4-person video crew. We're going to follow you through a scenario. Hopefully you're one of our selected teams, so you guys, it'll be good. I just want to introduce myself, and all our team will be wearing yellow. We're not targets of any kind. I'll let you know. You're not giving it up. When's that food? When are you feeding them? I want to make sure we're, at the next scenario.
The very next scenario.
Yeah. All right. Great. Anyways, Ken Carboni. Nice to meet you. Darren. Nice to meet you, Darren. Matt. Thanks, Matt. Pete. Pete. Mike. And Mike.
Yeah, Lance.
All right, Lance. And Dave. And Robert. And Russell. All right. Great. All right. Well, we'll be catching up with you on a scenario, and we'll give you enough time ahead of time to kind of work things out. We don't want to be. I want you guys. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, do whatever you got to do.
No, what they're doing.
Yeah, we should be able to get a lot of footage from your scenario. Like I said, I'm not. They're going to use what they are yet.
Some people are going to get it. Some people aren't going to get it. So I'm probably one of the censor and the editor is going to have a lot of work. That I probably grab some C notes.
Very good.
Because I'm ready to go for this weekend. So afterwards, I'm going to get my receipts taken in.
So I think you're on. I think we're going to be catching up with you on Sunday.
You never know. I can turn that as a casino to the 10. Even better.
Summer house.
Plan. We didn't put the team.
Great, thank you. Yeah, classroom, huh?
Go, sir.
Yeah, we'll go to the classroom. We'll go inside.
A couple of preliminary interviews
okay.
with at the beginning. I'm going to catch up to these guys in the end.
Okay.
And kind of get and then kind of see if they have the same thoughts.
Same thoughts after it's all said. Yeah, well, those are some of the guys, right?
Go through a couple of questions, and you don't all have to answer them, but just to kind of get some basic dialogue going on this. But
you don't want to be on camera?
No. Okay.
So you're good. You're good.
All right. So, all right. When you hear "Are we ready?" what are you thinking about? And I know you guys have had a little bit of background in this, but you really don't know what you're really up against. And so, what are your thoughts about what you're about to go into?
This is going to be about overall preparedness, not only of our special response unit or our SWAT team, but for how our agency and other local jurisdictions are going to work together and prepare and plan and execute worst case scenario situations.
Has this been the first time that you've been able to work with other agencies in a multiple type of situation like this with one single command center?
Yeah, on this scale, yes. I mean, we train with some local agencies, kind of one team at a time, unlimited times just because of schedules. But this is the first
actual mass deployment.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And so, how do you feel your team's going to do?
I think we're well prepared. You know, all the teams we stress our training whenever we have our training to prepare yourself not only mentally but physically. So good group of guys I'm with, constantly challenge myself on a daily basis. Make ourselves prepared because we're all family men. We all have friends in the community that we want to protect in case a situation should happen.
You guys spend any extra time training for this event? Getting prepared?
As a group, we train at least once a month, twice a month, and then we also stay in a group and jump.
You had a chance to meet with any of the other team members and just talk?
From other agencies, or
from other agencies, from guys you haven't known that are now here going to be working with you guys. You haven't had time to get together yet?
No, we've been training in-house. This is in our eyes, it's an excellent training venue, but it's also a competition. We're all very competitive. We want to win. If there's any points, if there's any time associated, we want the most points. We want the fastest time, but we also want to determine where our weaknesses are and improve on them.
Excellent.
Probably after the event, as I see through the banquet and stuff like that, anything like this, that's when we get together and meet the other. Really start talking.
Right. Well, we want to catch up. We're going to probably try to catch up with you guys and see how you feel somewhere midway through this event, and see what your thoughts are. And after you've been up for 24 hours, 30 hours, and then try to catch up with you right at the end, and see what the outcome of all this is. All right, great. Thanks. Thank you. All right, thanks. Okay.
I heard. Yeah.
Okay. Knowing that you guys are not in the competition, but part of the organization that put this together, what do you feel that you're going to be able to achieve with this event?
Well, I think we're going to have the advantage of learning from both sides of the fence. We're going to learn about our tactical abilities and how we deal with the various scenarios we have out on the course. And then from an organizational standpoint, we're going to get the ability to find out how we are as administrators and managers controlling an event of this size and handling the logistics and the equipment needs and all of the other things that go into deploying such a large force. So I think the tactical officers are going to benefit, as well as the management side of the operation is going to benefit, because we're all going to get to learn by doing this practical exercise.
So you're finding that this is on a regional or national level?
Well, it's regional primarily, but there are a couple of teams from outside the state, Boston, and then there's also a large contingent from our California Department of Corrections. So,
really, okay. And anything you'd like to add about the whole overall premise on this event?
Well, I would just add that what kind of makes this exercise a little bit different than previous terrorism-related exercises, that it's not just one event. We're exposing these teams to 24 different exercises. Basically, we took a study, we brainstormed the different types of infrastructure within the area that we needed to protect, and we've incorporated all of those sites into these exercises. So.
Do you feel that there's a direct benefit for this particular type of training here in the San Francisco Bay Area, for possible issues that could arise here?
Oh, absolutely. All of these teams are going to be much more well prepared to deal with any type of event that probably will at some point in the future occur.
And for the most part, what we've done is we've tried to build scenarios that through our intelligence gathering we believe will be possible targets in the future, either by terrorists or through natural disaster or what have you. So we're picking things that, based on our geography and our location, are going to be probable issues for us in the future.
So on each of the scenarios, you're going to have observers and people or staff that are going to be basically documenting the type of reactions and things from the different teams as they come through. Is that how you're going to work?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have a scoring system that we're going to be utilizing at every exercise. So they'll be graded on a variety of topics as they go through the exercise. So we'll be able to glean all that information, analyze where we're strong, where we're weak, and then go from there on a debriefing to try to advise all the teams of where they could improve.
Exactly. That's one of the primary purposes of this is kind of a needs assessment, so we have a good idea of where we need to improve so that we are better prepared in the future.
It's not a matter of how well you can do it, it's a matter of how you can improve on what you're doing.
Exactly.
Are you guys going to be in any observing positions throughout this event? Where are you fitting into this?
Actually, I will be operating out of the Emergency Operations Center as the incident commander.
Okay. And I'll be out in the field just making random observations throughout the course of the 2 days.
Well, we'll try to catch up with you so I can get a little update on your thoughts of the event.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. We're good? All right. Okay. I see that you're a vendor.
Correct.
And you basically support the department in a number of different ways. And I know a little bit probably more about the background of this event than probably some of the teams here. What do you think the overall value of this event is for the department?
I think the overall value is huge. I mean, I don't think there's anything like it being done in the nation right now. With my company, we cover about 8 states, and we work with agencies. I just came from the California Association of Tactical Officer Conference, and the discussion I had down there, as far as there's nothing like it being done for Alameda County, it'll bring a lot of attention to not only the SWAT side of it, but just for the logistics and the command staff and what they're putting together.
Do you think this is a developmental possibility of a model that might be able to be used across the country?
Yeah, I think it'll be looked at by the rest of the nation, definitely. I think the idea and the concept, again, in speaking with a number of different agencies down in Southern California and then back in Colorado, and they were all interested, and I think they're interested in getting the information, following up on it, the results of it. So yes, it's huge.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, thanks. What's the runtime on this thing?
We tell people an hour. It's actually about an hour and 20 minutes. Bless you.
An hour and 20 minutes of actively moving or just being on?
Actively moving.
Get out of here. It self-levels, it self-rights itself and everything, whatever happens to it, right? That is freaking awesome. Yeah.
The hook ones, I know I'm going to cut myself someday.
Yeah, those things are nasty. What is that?
Benchmade.
Benchmade?
When you're used to it.
And you'd use that for what now?
You could flick it out and flick it in. You probably got the...
Just a SOG?
I've got a SOG too, but I like this one.